What is property registration expenses in Pakistan? A homebuyer will have to pay 1% of the property price as registration fee for residential property. The fees are identical for all kinds of property and land. If you lay out to purchase a property in any metropolis of Punjab, you ought to be aware of the associated expenses you have to pay. All homebuyers have to pay mutation charges, registration fees, and stamp obligation in Punjab. The property registration is performed as soon as stamp responsibility in Punjab and registration costs are paid. Based on the transaction value, the stamp responsibility is calculated. Currently, the stamp obligation fees in Punjab are 7% and registration fees are 1%. In this blog, we have included stamp responsibility in Punjab, stamp obligation and registration fees for women, how to calculate and how to pay such charges. What is stamp duty? As noted in Section 3 of the Indian Stamp Act, 1899, a property client has to pay stamp responsibility and registration costs to hold the system of property registration. It is a tax levied via the nation authorities on all kinds of property transactions such as beneath building or new property, business property, agricultural, non-agricultural land, residential property, freehold and leasehold land. Payment of these fees is regarded prison and validates possession of property documents. Stamp duty in Punjab. The Punjab authorities collect 7% as stamp obligation expenses and 1% as registration charges. The stamp responsibility consists of 1% to fund water provide and surroundings enchantment packages and 1% for Punjab Infrastructure Development Board. The stamp responsibility and registration costs differ from country to state. The stamp responsibility is calculated based totally on the circle rate. The property is registered at the circle price or above it to be regarded legal. Circle fee is a general price of the land or property under which the property can't be registered. What is market value of land? Along with the stamp duty, facilitation costs ought to be paid. Rs 1,000 is charged for consideration quantity up to Rs 10 lakhs. Rs 3,000 is charged for consideration quantity between Rs 10 lakhs to Rs 30 lakh. And Rs 5,000 is charged for consideration quantity above Rs 30 lakhs. Consideration quantity is the transaction quantity agreed upon via the consumer and seller. If the property is transferred to a blood relative, no stamp responsibility shall be charged. If the property is transferred collectively between household members, Rs 900 is accrued as stamp duty, along with Rs 300 as mutation charges, Rs 500 as facilitation fee, and Rs 100 as pasting fee. Factors considered while calculating stamp duty in Punjab. When stamp responsibility in Punjab and registration prices are calculated, the following elements are considered. Property owner's age and gender. The stamp responsibility prices are 7% for males, whereas a 1% rebate is given to lady property owners. This is completed to promote female domestic shoppers more. Location of property. In city metropolis areas, stamp responsibilities are higher, whereas in rural areas, the stamp responsibility is lower. Property type. Stamp responsibility differs for each and every property type. Charges are greater for industrial property and decrease for residential property. Amenities. If your property has high-end amenities, then stamp responsibility expenses are greater and vice versa. Check out properties in Ludhiana. How to calculate registration charges and stamp duty in Punjab. The stamp responsibility and registration fees in Punjab are relevant on the deal or transaction fee of the property, now not simply the instruction value. If the coaching price is greater than the transaction value, the transaction cost will solely be considered. Let us recognize with an example. If Mr. A buys a property in Jalandhar for a deal charge of Rs 60 lakh and the preparation fee or circle price fee is Rs 50 lakh, the costs will be levied on Rs 60 lakh. The property price of Mr. Rs 60 lakh. 7% as stamp obligation on Rs 60 lakh Rs 4, 20,000. 1% as registration costs of Rs 60 lakh Rs 60,000. In total, Mr. A has to pay Rs 4, 80,000 as stamp responsibility and registration fees. Guide to pay stamp duty in Punjab and registration fees. Multiple methods are used to pay stamp responsibility and registration costs in Punjab. A homebuyer can pay the expenses online as properly as offline. Here is a step-by-step system for payment. Online fee of stamp responsibility and registration charges. Step 1. Visit the professional internet site of Stock Holding Portal. A price can be completed as soon as an e-stamp is bought from this website. Step 2. Select e-stamping. Step 3. From the drop-down list, pick out Nation Punjab. E-stamping in Punjab, the usage of SHCIL. Step 4. Fill the utility structure with the required important points and click on the Download tab. Step 5. A customer has to take this shape to the nearest SHCIL department of your town. Step 6. At the branch, charge can be made the use of NEFT, RTGS, check, cash, demand draft or account-to-account transfer. Step 7. The workplace will additionally generate an e-stamp certificates after which you can go to the registry workplace for property registration. It has been made obligatory in Punjab state to declare area of property for the price of stamp